Yes. What's up, KK? All right, so it's a little late, and some of y'all might be watching this tomorrow, and that's okay. But what we have is an end to the trial that happened on Friday. It was an end to the trial. Over. All of the Democrats' hopes and dreams were squashed. Done. As far as prolonging this impeachment trial. Now, there were negotiations that had happened. What's up, Robert? Negotiations were happening, talking about button this impeachment trial up. The Democrats now know that they have been exposed in one way or another. They're not going to give up yet. That's what we have to remember. Just when you didn't think it could get any worse, it's about to get worse. So they're looking for a classy exit from this impeachment trial moving forward. So, in reality, they have the ability to drag this out with their closing arguments as long as they want. That's just something that's their right. But somehow in their defeat, Senator Schumer, leader of the Senate minority leader, got with Mitch McConnell and they struck out a deal so that somehow they could save face and still lose face. I mean, they're going to lose when the vote happens. So here's what happened. They shut it down after Friday. Senator Schumer tried to put bills up to call witnesses. It was like 4 of them. And McConnell moved to table them all, which means we're not going to address them if we get a majority vote. So they did, and they got the majority vote, and they were tabled. So the Democrats are basically finished, except they could drag this out, like I was saying. So after discussing together, they decided that Monday they would offer their closing arguments, 2 hours for each of them, I believe is what it is, for their closing arguments. I suspect we won't see Chairman Nadler anymore. He's off to be with his ill wife, and especially since he jumped up in front of Schiff, just like last night or the night before. I don't quite remember. But he jumped up and he hijacked the final statement of the night. It was hilarious. He jumped up and they said, do you have anything to rebut anything that the Republicans just said? It was just a wide open question. And Nadler jumped up and almost ran to the podium to jump on there. And then he just spewed this just totally biased opinion on everybody. I'm telling you, Schiff was trying to stop him because Schiff is not dumb. I said that before. But it was hilarious. It was hilarious. They're starting to fall apart at the seams. So Monday, they will offer their closing arguments. Tuesday will be the State of the Union. That should be interesting. Do you remember last year, State of the Union? That's when Nancy Pelosi was doing all of her weird theatrics and all of her weirdness remember her weird, like weird clap? She like had an eye closed. She was like, and she was like a seal. She was like, she was like a seal. She was doing this weird stuff. So instead of delaying it and dragging it out and out and out, they decided that they would actually force the vote to go through on Wednesday, the day after State of the Union. We'll see why this all happens. I don't know. I think it'd be awesome if at the State of the Union, President Trump just had all of them arrested. That would be like a perfect world. That'd be awesome, actually. I don't think that'll happen. I think he will send a strong message. If we do believe in the plan, and we do believe in trusting the plan in the Great Awakening, then we have to believe that where we're at right now it is probably well within the region of where they want to be, right? The Patriots, it's where they want to be. They're right where they want to be. They've guided it to be at this point that it's at, have they not? If we are to trust the plan, if we are to believe, and seeing is believing and hearing is believing, and I think they've proven everything to this point of where it's at. I think they've gone above and beyond to prove who they are, what they're doing. That's not a question really any longer, right? So we have to believe that the reason that they will not vote on the impeachment until Wednesday, the day after the State of the Union address, is for some very, very good reason. Maybe it's to build the drama so that the absolute most amount of people will tune in for the State of the Union while this cloud still technically hangs over his head waiting for the vote. Could this be that the Republicans called it this way to build this drama? When Pelosi put out the invitation for him to speak within the House, did she set to the Patriots a timeline like, okay, this is the amount of time, we've got the invitation, we're going to set this up so that it completely backfires on the Democrats? It's starting to look like it, big time. It's looking like they are what we suspected long ago, and that's that they are in total control. They're calling the shots. They are now steering and have been for quite some time. Really, ever since the Mueller report came out and found nothing on Trump. Found nothing. Ever since then, it's been Patriots controlling the movement forward. And it is a chess game, and they have, it looks like, played it perfectly. I'm no grand wizard, that's for sure. But they played this beautifully. And they have them right where they want them. Now, I don't know what's going to come out of his mouth on the State of the Union address. But I hope that the reason that they were okay with prolonging the vote on his impeachment until Wednesday is that he plans on dropping just some serious knowledge. I don't know what kind of truth bombs you could drop, things that would impact people immediately. I mean, they have to vote the next day. I'll be very interested to see what he has to say. And maybe that's the only reason that they want to prolong it until the day after, is that everybody's going to want to know what he has to say. And even though it probably won't be something that goes arm in arm with Armageddon and the people rising up and squashing people and all this stuff, maybe it will be the announcement that we all hope it will be, which is peaceful. It is peaceful. I think anybody that is a true follower of Trump is not a I don't know. I mean, I don't think you go looking for trouble, I think you just want shit to work. You just want people to be cool to each other and have stuff work, and maybe put away a few extra dollars so that you can go do something, like go out to eat or go on a vacation or something. We don't want life to be hard. And I think a lot of Trump voters feel that way. It's like, man, we ain't looking to be up in nobody's business. Let's just make a great economy so we can have a job and make some money, put some stuff away, get ready for retirement, all that stuff. And that's what was being stripped of everybody. Lest you forget, that's what was being taken through the Barack Obama presidency, and which was going to carry over, really, if you ever researched it, golf clap to you. But it was a 16-year plan, is really what it's looking like. That they would, forget Hillary. I mean, forget her. Any Democrat they would have put up, man, woman, trans, does not matter. Michael Michelle, anybody that they would have put up after Barack Hussein was going to be there to fulfill the additional 8 years of the 16-year plan. I mean, it was right out of the Communist Manifesto. It was right from Karl Marx. It's Alinsky's Rules for Radicals. It's the plan in motion. It's what they had going. It got snuffed out. The only reason it got snuffed out, by the way, you might be wondering, you might be saying, well, how did this not be known forever? It's because of whatever happened and how you feel on 9/11. No matter what laws and rules and all of that have gone through since that day, which was a horrendous day. You'll never forget what you were doing and where you were when you first heard about it. It's one of those things. But oh man, damn it. I went and out thunked my thought. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just gone. Just gone. Like just boom. I took myself just right off the little path I was going. Maybe I can get it back. I don't know. We'll see. Damn it. I'm sorry. I was having fun with that too. I was enjoying that conversation, to tell you the truth. Not really anything I ever thought about, but oh well. Life goes on. We move on. I do too, Robert. I really do. I can't stand that when that happens. All right. Well, since my dumb brain doesn't want to listen, it is quite late here. I went on later than I thought. Oh, let me get back to my point. Okay, I went off a rabbit trail, rabbit hole. Pardon me. Okay, so they're going to go on Wednesday to force the final vote. So Trump will maybe call these people out, but either way, regardless, it all goes down Wednesday. And when Wednesday comes, the closing arguments will be done on Monday. Tuesday will be State of the Union, and Wednesday will be vote day. And it will not be with any kind of dialect or anything. No, nobody has final closing moments, closing anything. They are showing up on Wednesday to vote. That's it. They show up, they vote. And we'll see how that turns out. But I suspect, probably by listening to numerous news sources, and I would consider myself highly influenced by these sources that I trust, that all of the Republicans, with the exception of Romney, for sure, and potentially Susan Collins of Maine, will vote against Trump. The caveat will be that there's going to be 2 to 4 Democrats that will cross over. Not that it will matter. It won't matter, because Romney and Collins alone aren't enough to do anything. They have to get 67 senators to want to impeach him, which they have 47. They would need to pull on 20 plus Republican senators for the impeachment, who all are, none of them are going to vote in favor of it, with the exception of maybe Romney. And we already know he's a deep state turd. Deep state turd from head to toe. Big turd. He is not working on behalf of the people of the United States at all. At all. He's a big, deep state turd. So Wednesday, when this wraps up, let's think about this for a second. And I'm going to wrap this stream up. But let's think about Wednesday after this wraps up. What next? I think that if the Democrats want to go forward and try to launch some other type of investigation and try to put forward another article of impeachment or something for any reason, I think that low key, the Republicans would welcome that. Because after all, this is the Great Awakening. This is about the enemy exposing themselves. And this cut deep. This impeachment sham has cut deep into the credibility of the Democrats. They don't have really any credit left when it comes to where we're at right now. They've been speaking about impeaching Trump since he decided to run. It's been proven through Operation Crossfire Hurricane that there's been an investigation against Trump since the day he decided to run. And not only him, but against potential Republican winners like Ted Cruz. They were running these FBI investigations. They were tapping their phones. They were tapping their headquarters. The reason that we don't know more about Ted Cruz that's bad is because, you know what? That dude actually ends up being a pretty moral guy. He's pretty freaking moral. They would have used it if they had anything on him, but they definitely wiretapped him. They definitely had investigations going on him. Operation Crossfire Hurricane. I know it. Most of you know it. Maybe you know it just in jest. Maybe you know it because you know that everything's corrupt and you don't know the specifics. But either way, you know it. You know that shit's messed up. You know that these types of things are happening. And it will be their downfall. In addition to that, their symbolism will be their downfall. I don't know if you watch like other channels like that maybe research things into sports and that kind of stuff, but I saw a video of a guy that put together this like little ritual that LeBron James did. Like, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You can hear me. Yeah, you can. My headphones totally went out. Done. My headphones just totally just done. All right. So bringing it back to where I was talking about Wednesday, it'll be the day after the State of the Union. State of the Union should be fantastic. It probably won't be uneventful, but it will be filled with underlying comments and intentions that are meant to send alternative signals to the deep state. Now, it will probably also sound an awful lot like any Trump rally if you've been listening to any of them in the past 3 years. I mean, his message doesn't change. And although that might feel boring to some of you, it's comforting. His message does not change. He's in it to win it. For you, for all of us. The world is changing. Look at France. Look at what's going on. The firefighters are fighting the police officers in France. If you don't know, just look it up. Look at the UK, United Kingdom, the Brexit. They had a countdown on January 31 as if they were going into a New Year's Eve party. They counted it down 10 seconds. 8, 5, 3, 1. And I don't know what they yelled. I think they yelled, "We're out. We're out. We're out of the European. We're out of the euro. We're out of it." Even though they always ran according to the pound. And they are the first to exit out of that whole debacle. Italy may go next, or France, eventually Germany. Everybody will exit from the EU. That will only happen probably after Trump gets reelected. But going forward this week, I think the important things for us to look at and remember are what Trump's going to say at the State of the Union. And I don't even think Wednesday will be eventful. Like I said, they don't have any time to talk or say anything or wrap anything. It's a straight vote. It's like, vote. Just vote. Go ahead and vote. They have to show up to vote, not talk. All the talking will be done on Monday. They will take a break on Tuesday because of the State of the Union. Trump will get up and he will talk. Definitely. But then Wednesday they show up to vote. So I like the strategy. Tell you the truth, I like it. I like it because it puts more eyes onto the president for a State of the Union address, which is the most important thing. If you look at all things considered, it's most important that the president gets heard in a presidential type way, in a way that he doesn't reach most people who don't pay attention to the type of news that we listen to, that are completely brainwashed. They don't listen to all types of news. They listen to their types. Now, they could say that about any one of you or me, but you know what? There ain't no way they're painting me in that corner. I always said the minute that they showed this guy to not be who he is or any of this stuff. I mean, if they could refute it, they're actually already past the point of me hearing what they have to say, because everything they say right now is a lie anyway. So it's beyond repair as far as mainstream television, to be honest. It's beyond repair. There's nothing, honestly, that CNN, MSNBC, any of them could say. There's nothing that would make me trust them. Even when this all goes down, if they come out and say, we were all wrong about President Trump, well, you better show me like a changing of the guard, like, and who owns your television network, because I'm never going to believe you again. Ever. I'm looking forward to it, guys, to be honest with you. I've been a little nervous. I can't explain it. I've been nervous, but not in a bad way. I want it over. I want it over. I want it to be done. I know they won't stop when it's finished. But once this is done, they'll have exposed themselves, right? And anything they try to throw against him moving forward just will lose more and more traction the more they go. They're just going to look ridiculous when it's all done, as if they don't already. And they do. That's all I got for you tonight. I love you guys. Thanks for coming. Sorry about going on so late. My wife chewed my ear off. She was talking. It was fun, though. I enjoyed it. And it was a good time. And it was a good time hanging out with you guys. So thank you for coming. I appreciate it like crazy. Okay? Y'all be cool. Y'all pray if you feel like it. I know I will. So anyway, I think it's good. I love y'all. And I love you too, KK. Thank you. Yeah, the world is being freed, Robert Wallace. Yes, absolutely. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. God bless y'all. I love you. I'll see you soon, all right? Let's keep our eyes open and see what happens. Awesome. Bye.